There are dozens of water sports out there, whether you're in the sea, in a pool, or on any body of water. From sailing and surfing to diving and swimming, there are so many water sports to choose from. Living in Portsmouth gives you that extra advantage, as living so close to the sea opens the doors to plenty of opportunities alongside the many clubs and societies on offer. Whether you're competitive, independent, or a keen team player, there's bound to be something that suits you. Which water sport will you choose? Welcome to Make a Splash. Hello and welcome to Make a Splash, where today we'll be exploring the different water sports and societies on offer within Portsmouth. I'm Tom.
And I'm Alina. Our mission today is to showcase some of the local options to inspire some of you to get involved, whether it be in the sea, on a lake, or simply in a swimming pool. Let's take a look at what's coming up on today's show. We'll be looking at a variety of different sports and activities involving both salt and non-salt water, which you can indulge in around the great Waterfront City. We'll be talking to Cameron Coghill, who takes part in a windsurfing, finding out what it's like on the waves and how you can get involved.
We'll summarise a range of popular well-known activities such as rowing, but also highlight a number of interesting, unusual water sports such as octopus that you may never have heard of before.
And to conclude the show, we'll be revealing a number of locations in Portsmouth, showing where you can take part in a number of water sports yourself, whether you're a University of Portsmouth student or not.
Now, Portsmouth is known as the great waterfront city here in Britain, and being close to the sea offers a wide range of water sports and activities to its citizens. Embracing the seafront nature and local amenities, several clubs and societies offer exciting water-based fun both in the sea and in the pool.
Yes, there is indeed a wide variety of activities on offer right at our doorstep. Living so close to the sea is a massive advantage, giving easy access to the water, as well as the indoor pools, of course. Portsmouth offers something a little less turbulent. With a number of societies and clubs, this show will educate you on the range of activities available and maybe even inspire some of you to get involved. But first, let's delve into the three of the oldest water sports.
Yes, first of all we have diving, which is a sport that has been around since ancient times. Competitive diving, which developed from gymnastics, started in Sweden and Germany back in the 18th century and was introduced to the Olympic Games for the first time at the 1904 Games in St. Louis. Today, diving can take place from a number of different heights, on either springboards or solid platforms, and synchronised diving is also becoming a popular hit as well.
Surfing is one of the world's oldest sports, which is an essential part of the ancient Polynesian and Hawaiian culture. There is a variety of surfing types besides the well-known standing up on a surfboard, including bodyboarding, which requires a surfboard, and body surfing that does not. In 2016, it was announced that regular surfing will become part of the Olympic Games starting in 2020.
Yes, and finally we have rowing, which is one of the oldest Olympic sports. And the first evidence we have of rowing dates back to ancient Egypt, where it was used as means of transport. In the United Kingdom, the first known rowing races began from competition among the professional watermen that provided ferry and taxi services along the River Thames in London. During the 19th century, rowing races became extremely popular, attracting large crowds, and today is recognised as one of the most competitive water sports.
Speaking of rowing, Tom went to the Tudor Sailing Club to take a look at what the University of Portsmouth Rowing Society has to offer. Whilst he was there, he decided to take part in a bit of rowing himself.
Yes. I'm here at the Tudor Sailing Club, where today I've come to visit the University of Portsmouth's Rowing Society. We'll be finding out more about rowing and we'll be seeing these guys in action.
Well, hi, my name's James Brodie. I'm the president of the University of Portsmouth Rowing Society. Some of the skills I'd say that an individual would need for the sport would be obviously the physical attributes, hand-eye coordination. It's a very repetitive sport, so it's all about getting the fine details down, and then that will make the boat go fast. Also, obviously, need a strong mental attitude towards it. To join the Rowing Society, you don't have to be an experienced rower. Myself, I joined the university and I hadn't rowed a single time before, and now I'm 4 years in and I'm the president of the sport. When we're out on the water, we normally start warming up in pairs. I want to do some drills, mainly some balancing drills. Some of the drills will then go into pieces, and we'll do some sprints or we'll do some long endurance pieces. Maybe even practice some of our starts ready for regatta season, what starts after the Easter holiday, where we'll be going up to Nottingham to compete in Bucks, what's the British University competitions, and every university will take their rowing team, and it's a great weekend for everyone. What I would say that makes our sport so great is that days like these, it's not the best when it's windy, raining, and you have to drag yourself out of bed at 5 in the morning. But on days like today, when it's sunny, there's no wind, and you're out with your mates, it's just a perfect day.
Wow, that really was genuinely such a great experience.
That looked like so much fun.
It was.
I am now quite tempted to take part in rowing myself.
You should.
Thank you. With only a 10-minute walk from the town centre to Portsmouth beaches, you can too take part.
Yes, the South Coast is full of opportunities for water sport enthusiasts, and a sport that is particularly popular here is windsurfing. Windsurfing combines elements of sailing and surfing, and is one of those sports that require a number of ingredients for it to work successfully. Wind, as hinted in the name, and choppy waves are two of the most important ingredients required in order for windsurfing to take place. And the South Coast offers exactly that.
Unlike rowing, diving, traditional surfing, windsurfing did not emerge until the later half of the 20th century, and only became part of the Olympic Games in 1984. Today, it is more popular than ever before. So, we sat down and had a chit-chat with Cameron Coghill, currently a student at the University of Portsmouth, who is a keen and an experienced windsurfer.
I'm Cam Coghill, I'm a windsurfer, I'm 19 years old, I've been doing it for 9 years. Windsurfing is basically a combination of sailing and surfing put together. So windsurfing differs from normal surfboarding in the way that you can go out on flat water, where surfing you've got to have waves. Obviously you've got a sail, so you've got a power, you can sail out through the waves instead of paddling out. And you can do tricks like hitting a lip and throwing it a lot more higher, which is pretty sick. Started windsurfing about 9 years ago. I was in a little lake in a little dinghy, plodding about. It was a bit slow and a bit boring, wasn't really for me. I saw this older guy about 19 absolutely shredding the lake, doing some big forward loops and big jumps and stuff, and I was like, that's what I want to do. Anyone thinking about going into windsurfing or any branch of sailing who wanted to join, you just got to find your local club, and you can do that by going on roa.org.uk, which is the national governing body website. You can find any water sports centre sailing club, you can just start through them. The best thing I've ever had whilst I've been windsurfing was probably getting my first ever selection for the national team. I was about 10 years old, came through the post, opened it up, read it, called my parents, they came rushing home from work. They read the letter, they were like, it's been sent to the wrong person. So they called it the governing body, got to know, gone to the right person, your son's been picked, and we went out for a meal. It was the best thing I've ever had through windsurfing. The advice I'd give anyone who's thinking about being a windsurfer is just go into it, just keep going. It is the best sport in the world. You're out there in any conditions from 2 miles per hour winds to 50 miles per hour winds, and it's just exhilarating. Windsurfing isn't just a sport that you compete in. Windsurfing is a sport where you can go out just by yourself, and it can be a hobby, it can be a competitive sport for you, it can be literally anything. It's one of them sports where you can just go out by yourself for a couple of hours and just relax and come back in afterwards and your mind's cleared. So I've ever windsurfed is probably Dahab in Egypt. It was just windy every day, 45-degree weather every day, proper hot. You needed to be in the sea, it was so hot. But it was windy, so you could go windsurfing all the time, and it was It was amazing. I think I was there when I was 12 and it was just everyday windsurfing. Portsmouth is a really good place to windsurf. You can go out on the coast out the front where you can get various conditions depending on like the wind and the tide. You can sometimes get a bit of swell out there, sometimes it can be quite flat. Or you can pop across to Langston Harbour and you can go out there and get some like proper flat water conditions and proper nice winds.
A very interesting interview there. Now don't worry if windsurfing isn't your cup of tea. There are plenty of other opportunities on offer here in the city, particularly if you're a student at the University of Portsmouth. With over 150 student-led groups, of which several relate to water sports, you really are spoilt for choice.
Benefits of joining a club or a society include making new friends, getting in better shape, and generally experiencing more in life. There are a number of water sports societies that University of Portsmouth students can get involved with. This includes rowing, surfing, sailing, swimming, kayaking, wakeboarding, and of course our favourite Octopush.
Yes, now funny you should mention Octopush because Octopush is a very unique water sport that was born right here in the great Waterfront City. It all started in 1954 when Alan Blake, the founder of the South Sea Sub-Aqua Diving Club, wanted to make sessions more active and interesting during the cold winter months.
Coming up with the idea of what is associated with hockey underwater, one of the many great challenges that this sport brings is holding your breath. Willingly, of course. Yes. It is also a demanding but very enjoyable sport that is also liked by many.
I went to visit the University of Portsmouth's very own Octopush Society to find out more and to see this sport in action. I'm here at St Edmund's Pool where today I've come to visit the University of Portsmouth's Octopush Society where they train here every Tuesday. I'll be speaking to the president of the society, Caroline Hay, and we'll be seeing these guys in action. I sat down with Caroline Hay and spoke to her about Octopush and how it all got started.
So basically it started here in South Sea, Octopush first, and then recently it's been developed to be called underwater hockey. It's more of a friendly name and it's something that, you know, you see hockey and then people go, oh, it's underwater, and it's something different.
So what would you say an individual has to have? What skills does an individual have to be fantastic at?
Well, I think everybody can grow and learn, and I'd say one of the best skills is once you're fit enough, you can kind of moving your body really quickly, so turning, and you've got to kind of do really sharp turns in the water. So definitely kind of getting just fast movements and you're very quick and agile is a huge thing. But anybody can play. You know, we've taught people that can't swim before, and they've gone on to actually be able to play.
Thanks so much for staying behind and chatting to me. It has been so fun watching you.
Today, Octopush is played all over the world.
Yes, so what is your favourite water sport? If Octopush, rowing, windsurfing or any of the other water sports we featured so far in today's show takes your fancy, then let us know via Twitter at MakeASplashPort using the hashtag MakeASplash.
Before I reveal some of the locations in Portsmouth where you can get involved in water sports yourself, there is one more water sport that needs to be taken care of.
Yes, so far I've been on the south coast for rowing and underwater for Octopush, but now it's time for a linker to head over to Eastney Pool to find out more about kayaking.
Society from University of Portsmouth get up to on a weekly basis. And also we'll be interviewing Alan Chen to see what he has to say.
The kayaking sport has 3 different sections that it splits off into. It has sea kayaking, flat water kayaking and white water kayaking. I mainly do the white water kayaking and the flat water kayaking because I feel like that's more adrenaline rushing and it tests your skill a lot more, because with the flat water kayaking I do play boating, which I have basically the back end of my boat chopped off, and it's like a small unstable boat which allows you to do cartwheels, flips, loops, just do amazing tricks. And I do white water because it's just adrenaline rushing, it's fast flowing water, it's got lots of obstacles to avoid, and it's just really rewarding when you do manage to do a really difficult piece of river and you come out alive. I've been kayaking for about 4 years now. I started just before I came to uni. I decided to do something new with my mate that summer, and we found a lake near our house, and at that lake there was like a canoe kayaking / club, and we decided to go. Although we weren't young enough to go, we sort of lied about age, snuck in, and then after a while they soon found out where they loved us and they said we could stay. So ever since then I have just really enjoyed kayaking. It's really different from football, rugby, any land sport, because it's all solely based on yourself, and it's just really fun.
Just like rowing, kayaking can also be a very competitive and challenging water sport. Anyway, it's now time to find out some of the locations in Portsmouth where you guys at home can go to get involved in water sports yourselves, whether you're a University of Portsmouth student or not. Over to Alina.
Thank you, Tom. There are plenty of water sport locations here in Portsmouth which you can enjoy, either if you're a University of Portsmouth student or not. For those who are students, there is swimming, octopus and water polo over at St Edmunds Pool, kayak raining at St Easley Pool, and well as sailing and fun over Tudor Sailing Club. If not a student and interested in boat-related water sports, you can head to the Portsmouth Sailing Club. Easley Pool is also open to the public for swimming sessions, with stand-up paddleboarding, kayaking, powerboat courses, all the way through to windsurfing at the Portsmouth Water Sports Centre, youth clubs running all year round, and school holiday events available. It has a lot to offer as well. If being indoors is something you prefer, Eastney Pool is the place for you, with a variety of sessions available running 7 days a week alongside family fun sessions on Wednesdays, Saturdays and Sundays. As you can see again, there is a lot you could be getting your toes soaked into in Portsmouth. That's all from me, back to Tom.
Thanks, Alinka. Well, unfortunately, that's all we have time for on today's show. If you haven't done so already, remember to follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter to get involved at MakeASplashPort, and let us know what your favourite water sport is, using the hashtag MakeASplash. And don't forget, whether you're in the sea, on a lake or simply in the swimming pool, there's a water sport out there for absolutely everyone. Thank you for watching Make a Splash. Goodbye.